Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the vlog. My name is Vic. Now, some of you might know that I shoot the majority of these vlogs with a Sony RX100 Mark V. It's a great camera, but the battery life just sucks. Now, I've been thinking, could I shoot a full episode of this vlog with a GoPro Hero 7 Black? It's got 2.7K 120 frames per Peter McKinnon. It has got 4K 60. It's got amazing stabilization. And the audio, it's improved from the other GoPros, so I'm going to do the whole episode of the vlog that you're about to see in the next couple of seconds just with this. There is no cage on it. I've kept the cage off because the audio is slightly better with the cage off, and everything was shot in this on a flat color profile. What you're going to see was graded and edited in Adobe Premiere. So without further ado, let's get to it. Then we'll come back around and we'll see what the whole thing looks like. Totally vlog, I think, with the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This is no external mic. I don't have any cage in it, by the way. I'm just literally holding it in my hand, hoping I'm not blocking the mics. And it seems to work really, really well. Anyway, let's get the rest of this run done. This whole 11-day challenge really is just trying to push over the line for kind of goals and targets we set, and I think we've done good. I know David Galvin, my nutritionist, would always be saying you've got to appreciate the work that's been done. Unfortunately, I don't. I never kind of look back. I always try and look forward. Lately, though, I'm trying to look back and appreciate some of the work that's been done. But the whole idea of this video and this whole 11-day challenge really is trying to work even harder and help people out who've struggled with their weight for however long. Some of us have struggled for lifetimes, some have struggled for years, for months, for whatever. So it's just kind of with a little bit of hard work and determination that you can do it. All that said, I can't make you do it. No gym guru can make you do it. You have to make yourself do it. And making yourself do it, that's the real struggle, really, unfortunately. I think like anything, you just have to make yourself do it. I've had an interesting year. I've dealt with a lot of crap, not necessarily all to do with like getting healthy or any of that, and you have to try and push through it, and I still struggle to push through some of it, but you really gotta, you've no choice really. It's like, it's push through it and trying to figure it out some way, or just don't. Just sit there and rot, basically. For me, the most work I've done this year has not been on the physical side of it. It's all been on the mental side of it. It's the struggle when you don't want to get out of bed. It's the struggle when you don't want to do something. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be get out and go for a run or exercise or stay away from a particular piece of junk food. The biggest work, and it's the best work, it's probably the best investment, is invest in your head. Read books, listen to audiobooks, find websites. If you look at a bunch of motivational quotes that can get you through some crap. And the thing that I found is that genuinely, no matter what you kind of invest in from a mental health perspective, it doesn't always work straight away, but a week later or 6 months later or somewhere you go, there's a realization that's made. And a lot of the times, and I worked on my headspace with Jimmy White in SPG on sports psychology and just my mental health in general. And he was always making the point that you're going to make a lot of these realizations and you're never going to know you make them. They're just there. They just turn up. So that's one piece of advice. But yeah, I think it all has to start here. The physical side of it is literally just aches and pains, and you just push through it. It all has to be in your head. Some of this stuff, and I'll be honest, is real airy fairy hocus pocus crap. I mean, it's like so out there. But then we're kind of conditioned to accept what's normal just by society and whatever else. So what's, like, my theory is, what's the worst thing that can happen? Let's try some of these crazy things for a while. I'm not going crazy or anything, by the way. I'm just giving other stuff a try. The vibes you put out there, positivity, your energies, and just self-belief. Some people go, that's like, my wife has zero interest in it. She thinks it's all bonkers. But, you know, the investment in mental health can technically, and it is all mental. It's crazy. But if it works, and if it works for you, then rock on. I have no idea if any of this makes sense to you guys. I hope some of it does, or you kind of get what I'm getting at, and that's to invest in your head anyway for a start. But like, you just really have to push through all this crap, and it's so hard. Yeah, thanks train. But it is so hard, and it's not easy, and you're going to fall and fall and fail and fail and fail again. But the whole thing with failing is that you learn how not to fail eventually. As I said, it takes a lot of time, but you know, you can do this. I said this when I did the challenge on the radio years ago, the Vic and Stevie's Get Active, Get Healthy challenge. And I said at the end of that if I can do this, anybody can do it. And I did it, and I did okay at it, and I failed ultimately in the end because I let it all go to crap, and I was back in the worst shape of my life. But I was able to do it again, and this time for a whole 12 months nearly. So I'd say it's a cliche, but if I can do this, you can do it. I was so badly out of shape. I could barely walk without getting back pains. I was out of breath. I hated walking anywhere with anybody, and this is just pure honesty. If they had a faster pace than I was used to, I was buckled. I was absolutely just out of breath and completely sore, and I avoided going to a lot of situations if I had to walk places with someone else because it was a nightmare. I would have rather driven. Now, I'm the one that's setting the pace, unfortunately for some people. I'm rambling now, so I'm just going to shut that up and wish you the best, and hopefully you can follow along as we kind of just go at this 11-day final push, and then we're going to reset and set some new goals. We've got a crazy challenge in mind. It's a year and a half away if I was ever going to do it. But what we are going to do next week, and I'll probably have it done by the time you see this episode of the vlog, is we're going to put a year's worth of work in the gym into one single session in the gym. So every circuit that I've done in the gym since I've started, from simple stuff like running to basic lifts to planks to some of the more harder stuff, then we're going to put every single one of those into one gigantic session, and it's go to failure. So make sure you stick around for that. Subscribe button's right around there somewhere, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for your support and your time for watching all of this. We'll see you. Don't stop fighting for yourself, ever. There you go. All of that was shot on the GoPro Hero 7 Black. We're back now on the Sony RX100 Mark V. So first impressions editing this, obviously it's a different codec. It's the HEVC codec, which is a performance codec when you're doing 4K 60, and it's a good codec. Unfortunately, it doesn't work very well with Adobe Premiere. Even the latest version, they've made some improvements, so it's a little bit of a struggle to edit. And as soon as you start doing any kind of color grading, even the basics in Lumetri such as white balance, it does struggle with the footage. That said though, it was probably worth the perseverance, to be fair, because it's the GoPro's an amazing camera. You've seen the hypersmooth, the transition on that hyperlapse was insane. The stabilization in this is amazing. Even when you're walking around, the stabilization is just incredible. For me, the one thing that was a little bit dodgy and not great was the audio. Now, I have worked on the audio within Adobe Premiere directly, and in a future episode I'm going to show you how I got better audio out of the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Do you need an external mic? You be the judge. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you thought of me speaking on the vlog side here and the GoPro stuff. And let me know what you think. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's good enough? Or do you think, no, you gotta have an external mic in there? Overall, I am really happy with how this turned out. The 4K 60 is incredibly good.
The 2.7 cable, 120 frames per Peter McKinnon is awesome. The color profile was flat, which you said in the GoPro itself, and there's just enough color information in there to squeeze a little bit of a grade out there. It's not the best, but there's just enough there to get away with it. But look, you guys let me know. You let me know how this looked. Drop a comment below, and also let me know what you thought of the audio. I did a lot of work on the audio within Adobe Premiere to bring it up, and because it was very flat out of the GoPro even without the cage. But we're going to show you how to do that in another episode of the vlog. So yeah, overall I think this little incredible powerhouse of a camera would 110% be suitable for vlogging on a regular basis. The only thing is the lens is incredibly wide, which is good for, you know, bringing people in and immersing them into your content. Probably for a studio piece like this, to camera, the lens is probably too wide, but that aside, this is an amazing camera. As you know, as we've always said, the GoPro Hero 7 Black has been amazing. This is the first time I've done a full episode of the vlog with it, and it's epic. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you on the next episode of the vlog. If you would like to subscribe, there's a button around there, but only subscribe because you got something out of this. You found this video useful. You got some value. Anyway, look after yourself and don't stop fighting for yourself.